today though. No beach bars. I think these... The sun is up here. It's a little cloud, but we might then get a sunset, guys. A bit of glistering on the water. We are in a place called Le Brun Bajo, and I'm sure I'm butchering it. Look, it must be quite shallow here. There is someone walking on water. Literally. So it must be very shallow. So we're on the island of Flores. Flores in Indonesia, not Flores in Portugal. Completely different area. But we're going to head over this way to the sunset viewing deck. And then there's a boardwalk there too, which I love a boardwalk. Gracie, hello. Jessie's haha, hello. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yes, I get what you're saying. Yes, walking on water, yes. That's what I was thinking actually when I said walking on water. I thought you said, I looked at it and said, Jessie? Who's Jessie? So completely different vibe this afternoon, but isn't that beautiful? That is gorgeous. I'm going to buff out for a second. I'm just going to go take a photo, okay? So when I go out of the live, it buffs, okay? I'll be back. Right. Do you know what I mean about buffing out? So notice how there's a lot of boats here. They're boats that you can sleep on. So they offer 2 day, 1 night, or 3 day, 2 night stays. But basically it's like communal living. You just have a pad, a yoga pad kind of thing, and you just all sleep. I mean, I like rustic, but I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really keen on doing that. Maybe if I was with a friend or Diego or something, but like just by myself, I just wasn't feeling the vibe. Now, I'm just going to be careful of like showing people, just because this is not Bali. This is a completely, well, it's touristy. It is touristy, this place. But, there are local people down here, and they don't need to be on YouTube. So that's why you get to see my feet. That is so pretty. So pretty. Oh, that's my finger. All right, we're going to head over here. You stayed on 10 days on a boat on the Hawkesbury River. That'd be nice. It does look very shallow here, doesn't it? These boats are a bit on a lean. These guys look like they're trying to fix up that boat. All right, we're going to go down here. So there's a lot of local people here, guys. It's not it is touristy, but like there's not a huge lot of tourists here at the moment. This is the kind of start of the season here, the end of the rainy season. So there's not a huge lot of tourists here. There's a lot more local people. So I'm just being mindful not showing local people. Try not to get a copyright. So there's a backpacker hostel here called Beam or something like that. Beamium Bajo. La Beamium Bajo. I went there, had lunch. Quite nice actually. See how they got the little sign here for tsunamis? So basically you're supposed to run up there if there's a tsunami. I think those tsunami signs really have been put in place for when the tsunami hit in Thailand that time, because I don't think Indonesia, this kind of area, has been hit by a tsunami before. But obviously after the tsunami that hit Thailand and part of Indonesia, but up north, the Banda Aceh area, which is way nowhere near here, I think they put those warnings up. So there's a lot of kids out playing, so I'm just being mindful of that. You know, as I said, I don't want to put kids on YouTube that aren't. Hey Heather, how you going? Heather, we're in a new place today. I just got here today. It's on the island, it's still in Indonesia, but not Bali anymore. Completely different religion in this area too. It's mostly Muslim in this area. A lot of the guys have the hats on, and a lot of the ladies have the scarf on their heads. Not the burqa, but just scarves. And there's a couple of mosques nearby. So this afternoon I heard the call to prayer. So tomorrow morning about 4 a.m. I'm sure I'll hear the call to prayer. So we're on the island of Flores. Here's some kind of local houses here. Or maybe even hotels, maybe. We're on the island of Flores. So Flores is quite, oh, little kitty cat. Quite popular for the landscapes, diving, snorkeling. The next island over is Komodo Island, where I'm going to go see the Komodo dragons. This island is a very big island. It's way bigger than Bali, but nowhere near as touristy as Bali. Their main I'd say their main industry here is getting people on these boats. These 2-night, 3-night boats rides. Oh yeah, I actually love the sound of the call to prayer. I think it's very, very spiritual. So we've got options. We can go climb this, and that's supposed to have a view, or we could keep on walking for a bit. I think we're going to walk for a bit because it's not sunset yet, and we're just waiting for the sun to drop under that cloud. So we're on the island of Flores, we're called Flores. And this town is called, let me get it, Lebrun Baja. Lebrun Baja is the name of this town. And literally just above the other side of that hill is the airport. You kind of walk down, well, I walk down the hill, and then you come into kind of the port. This is kind of the main section in here. I walked right past the lighthouse and didn't see it. Oh, I didn't really walk past, I walked behind it. But I'll have to go check that out later. I love a lighthouse. But this is just like a stunning landscape. Has anyone been to Hon Long Bay? Hon Long Bay has a lot of these boats too, because you go on in Vietnam. You go on like boats to have like 1 night, 2 day stays, and you kind of putt around these little islands. Very similar. But Indonesia has a lot more islands. I'm not saying that, Indonesia is amazing. Every country is amazing, right? It's all got their things. But Indonesia has apparently the most islands in the world. Though, in saying that, I think Sweden has more islands, because Sweden seems to have a lot more islands and they're all close together. So there might be, I don't know, someone might want to Google that for me. So, obviously stuff has been washed up. But you'll notice it's not as many, well, it's not like it was in Bali, because, as I said, I don't think it is as touristy as Bali. Bali get like 5,000 people a day come fly in. I would say that this area doesn't get that much. Hey Robert, we've got Robert back to the chat. Robert is from Sydney, but he used to live in Java. So I think you're quite curious about this area, aren't you? I tell you, flying in was magnificent. They said that you should be on the right side on the plane, and you when you fly in, you'll see, some good landscapes, and it was pretty good. Okay, Robert's looked it up. Islands, but open to debate. Some only show up on high tide. Yeah, right, okay. And how many does Sweden have? People that have followed me for a while and seen some of my videos know that I love a boardwalk. When I go hiking or walking, I love a boardwalk. Look at my fishing line set up here. I don't know if it starts running, like what's he going to do? Run down here? Obviously. He's got a few set up. He's got 4 set up. He's got 3 reels and 1 fishing line. I think we're going to have a nice sunset, guys, when that drops. Up a cover. Okay, you acquired that knowledge over many years. Okay. You counted them, did you, Robert? When I turned up today at lunchtime, the colour of this water was so green, it wasn't funny. It was so green and kind of that, greeny aqua colour. It was absolutely stunning. Someone's random bike. Apparently this doesn't go all the way around. There's a hotel on the other side of this. But I don't know if we can actually keep on going or what. No idea. Hey, Tuba Chat. It's Kevin. How you going? Welcome to the island of Flores in Indonesia. This is not Bali anymore. The next island over is where you can see the Komodo dragons. So that's what I'm planning to do tomorrow, if I can get on a tour, or I'll go the next day. I just got here today. It's only an hour flight from Bali. but you're in a different world, completely different world to Bali. You know, Bali's full of beach bars and bintang everywhere, right? This island is very Muslim. There's quite a few mosques around, which I love. I love the call to prayer, but it's a completely different vibe. Like, it's not, you know, the drinking vibe that Bali has. So I guess Dora will not be having a sunset drink. I mean, I could go to a bar later on, have a sunset drink. But I just don't think it's that kind of vibe here that, you know, drinks. I mean, I'm sure there is drinks at sunset somewhere, but this is a little bit just different vibe to what we've been doing in Bali. Shared on Reddit. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm missing its... Robert's got a tip here. Tip: if you wait to take a photo or video of someone, use saying permissi photo being okay to take your photo. Most will say okay. Permissi, yeah. I don't normally take photos of strangers. I try not to, because, you know, for that reason, I just don't think it's appropriate. Like, this guy's running back of him, that's fine, right? But I'm not going to stand and take a photo of him. Though in saying that, interestingly enough, sometimes in different areas of Indonesia, when I've been travelling, people will ask to take photos of me. And I laugh, because I'm like, what do you want to take a photo of me for? Fucking hell. Oh, maybe you can get through here, guys. Again, guys, I've never walked here before. This is my first time over this side. I'm very excited. And then we'll walk back and watch the sunset from the sunset lookout. But we've got a little while yet. The cloud's got to drop under that cloud. Robert, I've got to say, my Bahasa Indonesian is so terrible. It really is. And every time I come to Indonesia, I'm reminded about how terrible it is. Now, get this. Now, I'm not making excuses, right? I didn't learn the language. You know, when you're a young teenager, when your mum starts trying to talk to you Indonesian, you're like, stop talking to me in Indonesian. You just want to, you know, like, I didn't understand the value of actually knowing the language when I was younger. Now I do. And when you're an adult, it is harder to learn languages. I spent a bit of time living in Mexico, so I started trying to learn Espanol. So unfortunately now, I mix Espanol and Bahasa together. Like, for example, oh my God, I can't even remember. How do you say my name is in Espanol? Saya, no, that's Indonesian. Saya, oh my God, Saya is me. I, in Indonesian, namanya is name. Me llamo. Yo soy me llamo. Esta Dora. My name is Dora in Espanol. So sometimes I will, you know, I'll do a Spanglish and Bahasa together. People just look at me and go, what the fuck? All right, we're going to walk out to this bar thing over here, I think. Oh, no, we can't actually go out there, guys. Look, you actually can't get out. Oh, my God. That's interesting. Oh, they've got a monkey. Oh, my God, guys. They've got a monkey on a chain. Oh, my God. They have a monkey on a chain. Okay, we can't get out here, guys. Literally. So this is the other side where the other hotel is. And then there's kind of like little beaches. But not real beaches, like you're not going to go swimming here, guys. Or you could. But the locals are swimming here, the little kids and stuff. Apparently there's a beach on the other side, about 6 kilometres away from where I'm staying. But technically that's a beach, but that's the hotel there that owns that one. And obviously you can't get over there. Oh, actually they got that closed off, so you can't actually go out there. Oh my God, these people got a monkey. Oh my God. I'm not going to show you guys. All right, well, we can't get out there, and you can't get out there anyway. It's locked off. So what I was trying to say is there was 3 young people on the deck out there, and they actually had a monkey on a lead. And even though that sounds like it's really, really cute, I think it's just so mean, so mean, so mean. Poor monkey. Well, I'm glad I didn't end up trying to walk down the back here, because I was actually going to walk down the back here thinking there was some places to stay. So that was a great idea that I ended up not doing that. So it'll be very interesting when that sun goes below those clouds to see what we end up with. Apparently you can hire a kayak. I mean, it doesn't look like it. I mean, it's completely flat, right? So I wonder what kind of sunset we'll get this afternoon, guys. Will it be similar to what we've been watching in Bali? Or will it be completely different? Don't know. You'll have to stay tuned, guys. Well, I would have thought there might have been some more kind of tourists kind of around to watch the sunset down here, but though in saying that, if you do a day tour, you don't get back till after sunset anyway. So a lot of people probably come here, they do their tours and then get the hell, get out of here. It's not exactly as cheap as I thought it was going to be. I actually thought it was going to be quite cheap. It's not. It's not that cheap. We have Wana. Yeah, kayaking would be fun, hey? I think in the morning it'd be really nice to do before it gets too hot. You are the best wife and mum. Okay, well, I'm not a wife and I'm not a mum, so thank you. But Heather is a nice best wife and mum. We have Christian Viking? Is that Christian Viking? Hi, Dora, new subscriber here. Oh, hello, well, welcome. We are on the island of Flores at the moment. Flores in Indonesia. And I tell you, it's a beautiful landscape, and this is a beautiful bay. Absolutely beautiful. So you can see there's a lot of these boats here. These boats you can stay on at night time for 1 or 2 nights, and they go out onto the island, around the islands, and kind of see sunrises and sunsets out in the water. But you can see there's I don't know, there's probably at least 100 of them. Just a guess, there's a lot of them here. So my guess is it's still not very busy at the moment. So the most popular thing to do here is to do one of these day tours where you go to 6 locations. The one I'm trying to do tomorrow is you go to actually 8 locations. You go to, the famous thing is to go to Komodo Island and see the Komodo dragons. It's in a national park. So that's the thing that I'm really excited. Oh wow, isn't that nice, guys? That's the thing I'm really excited to see. Then on another island, there's called Pedder Island. You kind of do a bit of a hike up to a viewpoint, and then you look down, there's 2 bays. It's very famous, not famous, but it's a really, really pretty shot. You can see Champagne Beach. So you know how, it's pink, it's called Pink Beach, but pink sand is created from the algae in the water. So different times a year, it looks really, really pink. Sometimes it just looks a little pink. So I'm really curious about seeing that, because I saw a pink, not pink beach, but pink water from algae maybe a year ago in one of my waterways nearby. It's in a mangrove area, and it really stunk. So the pictures I see on Instagram are probably filtered a bit. They make them look really, really pink, and the water looks really, really blue. I'm not sure if that's true or false. I think, sometimes on Instagram things are a little bit altered. So I'm curious to see how pink it is, or if it is a little bit pink. Hello. Yeah, Heather, there's lots of scuba diving here. So when I was walking around town, when I was trying to find somewhere to stay, there was so many scuba places and a lot of PADI dive centres. So what I have read is there's a big current here. So it makes it very difficult it makes it a little bit difficult to dive, because there's such a current that you actually hold onto a rope. So, but they say the wildlife underneath is pretty cool. A lot of, when on that day trip that I'm going to try to get onto tomorrow, you go snorkeling with manta ray, lots of turtles. So when you go diving, you see lots of different kind of fish and animals. I don't know. I wasn't, when they said that, it's quite, there's a big current. I'm not a huge fan of that, I'm going to be honest. I'm a bit of a nervous diver, and if there is a current, then I've got to you've really got to, there's a lot of, balance yourself and hold on. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a bit too much coordination for me. I like to go down and just, concentrate on, trying to keep yourself, level, breathing, all the things. I just have a feeling that might just be a little bit too much for me, if there's too much of a current. And obviously if I go speak to one of these dive centres, they're probably going to go, oh no, it's no problem. I don't know, if it's true or not. So yeah, anyway, I'll go talk to them and see what they have to say. I've never dived in Indonesia, so it'd be really interesting to go diving in Indonesia. That's looking pretty nice now. Hey Nicholas, welcome back. Yes, well that's why I'm planning to do this day trip tomorrow, the whole 8 little places because you go to like lots and lots of different snorkeling areas. So one with the manta ray, one with different things. Yeah, just look, as I said, like when I learnt to dive, there was a little current, and they try to teach you a little bit about the currents because, you know, that could happen to, you know, when you're out diving, you know, so you've got to kind of know how to work it. And I just remember when I was first learning how to dive, like that was a lot of coordination. Like, I mean, it's hard enough to figure out how to dive, right? And, you know, all the things that you've got to do with diving to figure out you're getting blown, like, you know, you're kind of like holding onto a rope and trying to, you know, that's a little bit too much. As I said, I already know, I own it. I'm a nervous diver. So I don't want to put myself under stress, right? So yeah, you're right. Snorkeling's amazing. Love snorkeling. I've really started to get into snorkeling a lot more than diving, going to be honest. Diving's fun, but I find myself really stressed doing it. You know, when I finally get underwater and get myself under, you know, control my nerves and, you know, start breathing and kind of meditating into it, I feel good. But then when you go up again, it's time to go up, and then it's time for your second dive. So you're kind of anxious about your second dive, and then you get relaxed into your second dive, and then it's time to go up, and it's over, right? Whereas when you go snorkeling, it's not all that kind of the anxiety. And, you know, everyone's different. Everyone's different the way, you know, how they handle it. Like, you know, Heather, you know, you have a lot of experience diving because, you know, you dive a lot more regularly. I think that's the key. Where me, I don't dive regularly. You know, I dive sporadically. Like, I dived last May, so it's nearly a year ago that I dived. I did 2 dives, and I did okay, but I was nervous as all hell. Did I love it? Yeah, it was amazing. But I also went snorkeling, and the snorkeling was fantastic on Samoa and on the island of Samoa. So, you know, sometimes you just got to weigh it up. Is it worth it or is it not worth it? Yeah, I reckon, Robert, we're going to get a really nice sunset, hey? I mean, I think it's also really pretty with the boats too. Guys, I'm going to buff out for a second. I'm going to take a photo, okay? So it'll buff out for a second while I take a photo. Back. All right, let's keep on going. So we're going to go up to the platform and watch the sunset a little bit up there. I brought some snacks with me, guys. So I didn't bring beers with me, guys. I just thought, I mean, I could have went and bought a beer from like the supermarket, but this doesn't feel like the vibe to, you know, be drinking beer in public. You know, as I said, it's a very Muslim kind of population in this area. I'm sure the guys drink. The women are probably ashamed on, you know, for not drinking and allowed to drink. But anyway, so do I need a drink? I don't need an alcoholic drink, guys. Do I want one? Yeah, I do. But I'm okay. It's not like I have a problem. I just, you know, being in Bali for the last 2 weeks, seeing the sunset every afternoon, enjoying, you know, sitting on the beach, watching the sunset. It was nice to have a beer. But this is a different vibe. Totally different vibe. So we've got water, guys. We've got water. We've got some salak with us. I've got a mangosteen. Has anyone tried a mangosteen before? New fruit to try, guys. Mangosteen. Mangosteen. I've got some water. Did I said that already? I also brought some from home. I brought some biltong, chili biltong. So, and I also brought my paints with me. Maybe I would do some painting. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So, the young people that were on the jetty behind me before with their monkey literally are walking behind me, and the monkey is literally walking along behind them on the lead like a dog. So weird. So weird. So I was telling you guys on my last live when I was showing you the hotel and the sunset view that The Komodo dragons are on the extinct list because there's only about 3,500 Komodo dragons left in the world, and they're only found on Komodo Island. They're actually found on this island too, Flores. I don't know where. I'd freaking die if I saw one. I'm sure not in this built-up area, obviously. There was no warnings about, if you see a Komodo dragon, what to do. And I think there's another island somewhere else in Indonesia, but they are only found in Indonesia. Apparently, guys, fun fact, they reckon the Komodo dragon actually came from Australia. So back in the day, Australia and Indonesia were all one island. So the Komodo dragon apparently was in Australia. And with the islands, separating, the Komodo dragon ended up on Komodo Island and Flores and another island somewhere nearby. I mean, that could be like just a wives' tale too. But I just thought that was an interesting kind of fun fact, guys, considering I'm Australian. So guys, look at that. That is not a dog, that is a monkey. I'm horrified. Horrified. Anyway, yes, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was going to say. No, obviously they have a pet monkey. So apparently, another reason why the Komodo dragons are nearly extinct is because people in Indonesia are poaching them. So how in Africa people poach, elephants and their tusks and stuff like that. Well, apparently they actually poach the Komodo dragon, and on the black market they get them out of the country. I don't know how. I don't know who would want to buy a Komodo dragon, but they cost about $30,000 to buy a Komodo dragon. So obviously there's a lot of money involved. So the locals take the gamble, and that's another reason why they're starting to be extinct, because they're taking them. So that's kind of sad. So I'm just going to watch where we're walking here, guys. No, you're right. What will you catch? What kind of fish?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's all right, okay. Ikan, isn't ikan fish? I can't think about how to say what kind of fish. Ikan is fish though, isn't it? Robert, help us out here. Hey, see you, Heather. Christine, is it Christine? Christine Viking. The view reminds me of Albany Harbour in Western Australia. Oh, really? I've never heard of that. What's that like? Man, that sun is beating down on me at the moment, guys. I'm sweating. All right, let's get up to the sunset spot. There's a few more people up there now. It'll probably be a good view from the top. You'll be able to see like the hillside. It's good that they've built this kind of sunset deck, isn't it? All right. Let's walk up the stairs. All right, let me just put my storage thing away. My, what do you call it? Battery pack. And let's start climbing. Peekaboo. Wow, that's intense, guys. Bloody hell. We are going to get a sunset and a half. I wonder if they're getting a similar sunset in Bali tonight. That'd be interesting to know, hey? Now, I didn't bring my hat with me. I should have brought my hat, guys. Whew. Our old mate's having some beers up here. Wowzers. That's amazing. I wonder if there's any monkeys up there. Oh my God, it's so hot. Let's go look at this side, guys. Because I can't see the chat at all. So this is the town of Lebraun Badger. Lebraun Badger. I'm probably saying it not exactly right. Lebraun Badger? Badger. Badger. I don't know. Something like that, guys. Man. This is beautiful. Wowzers. Albany Harbour is a natural harbour surrounded by big formations. Used to be a whaling town. Oh, sounds interesting. Sounds interesting, Christine. Are you from Perth? You're living in Western Australia? Jesus, guys. Look at me, I'm sweating up. Got a moustache. Oh my gosh. What do I do for YouTube, guys? No, it's not about YouTube, guys. It's just, this is what I do. I love to go for a walk and see sunset. And if I can share a sunset with you guys, why not? And it might encourage you to come here. I love the kind of, like, it's not really a jungle, is it really? Bush to bay, to water, to these like little islands spotted everywhere. The boats, the sunset. It's very, very nice. Now I'm kind of hiding behind the phone just so that I can get, the sun doesn't go straight into my eyeballs. You live near Fremantle? Freo, okay, Fremantle, yep. You're having rendang tonight? Oh, that'll be nice, Nicholas. Wow, man. Okay, I'm going to go over here in the shade a little bit because I'm roasting without a hat. I stand behind here. Oh, that's better. I like the lighthouse over there. It looks really cute. Do a spell? What would I be doing a spell for? You're having rendang, mild. Are you having mild? Go on, live a little. Have it a little bit spicy. Wow. It is quite a beautiful place, you know. Like I said, when I came in today, I was walking down. Actually, I can see where I was walking down. So through that kind of gap there, that ridge there, on the other side is the airport. So I walked through there, down there, and this is point there. I don't know if you can see that just there. There's a viewpoint there, and I looked down at the harbour, and I thought, oh my goodness, where am I? It was stunning. And then you walk down, and then I walked into the harbour on the other side of that big building there. And I was shocked. The water was so green. It was like majestic. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful greeny blue. You can't really see it now because of the sun. But don't you worry. Actually, I'll show you a photo, guys. Here, I'll show you a photo. Let me get my photos up. Oh. No, you're not. You're not going to see the photos. Because I must have... Oh. I've had it on video, sorry guys. That was lunch today. I had a tuna steak and a coconut, of course. And that was a snack I had this afternoon. It's a little version of a Komodo dragon. Alright. That is really pretty, just even looking at that, guys. It does look like a postcard, doesn't it? No, that was on my hotel. There's just a little picture. It was a little statue of it with a love heart around it. The real Komodo dragon gets like 3 meters. They reckon the biggest one gets to about 3 meters. So I'm hoping to see the Komodo tomorrow. I should go look at my WhatsApp, guys, because my WhatsApp hopefully will tell me that I'm on a tour for tomorrow. Otherwise, I need to go find another tour for tomorrow. Or I'll just book it for the next day. I had an early start this morning, guys, so I got picked up from my hotel at 5:30 in the morning. So if I go tomorrow on this tour, I get picked up at, I think, again, 5:30 in the morning. It's an early start, and then I get dropped back after sunset. So it'll be a big day. So I'm okay if I don't get on one tomorrow. Wow, absolutely stunning, guys. I'm going to buff out for again second, guys. So when I mean buff out, it'll start the footage will start looping kind of thing, like I've disconnected. I'm not disconnected. I'm just going out of the live to go take a video on my camera, so I actually have camera footage. So if you want to hang around, hang around. If you're not, well, see you later. I'll be back. See what I mean about buffing out? That's why I just tell you about it, guys. So when someone watches it on the replay, that buff out bit just doesn't exist. They just cut it out. But that way, at least I can actually do photos and videos while I'm doing a live. Because you never know, this could be the best sunset I get here, guys. Tomorrow might be completely, taken over. Like with, clouds or something. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I can't wait to do a morning live with you guys so you can actually see what it's like in the morning. I reckon first thing in the morning it'll look absolutely mint. Just, like the green tinges in the water. At the moment, the sun is just too bright to actually look at. It'll look divine, yeah, I know, Nicholas. So you may or may not see that live tomorrow morning. Because obviously when I'm on that tour tomorrow, I doubt I'll have reception. And I'll be, enjoying the tour, guys. I probably won't be doing a live. Can you imagine if on Komodo Island they actually have reception and I can do a live and show you the Komodo dragons live? That'd be crazy. I'll try, just for shits and giggles. Not for long though. I'll make a long form video for that one that, I may or may not upload in a year's time. Okay, guys, we have the call to prayer starting, guys. Hi, Dora the Explorer. Hey, Peter. This is a different sunset view today, mate. I have no beer in my hand, sadly. We are on the island of Flores. And of course I had to see the sunset, right? And I think it's going to be a mighty it's amazing already, right? Look, this is amazing. So we are in the island of Flores, and this town is called Lebrun Baja. And I could be butchering it too, okay? And if you can hear that noise in the background, that is a call to prayer. So this is a little bit different to Bali. There's not really, places to buy beers on the beach to watch the sunset. It's not that kind of vibe. Though, old mate next to me has a bag full of beers. You could share, right? I was thinking about bringing a beer down here, but I just thought again, it's not the vibe to do. Yeah, hey Mike, how you going? There you go, here's the sunset, guys. Told you I was come back and show you the sunset. Yeah, so Mike, the thing that they do here is a lot of people, there's heaps of these boats here. They're live on board boats. So basically the idea is that you stay on the boat for one night, so you can go out further, stay on board, see a sunrise and sunset out there, and then they come back the next day. And on that you do lots of snorkeling. You go to the Komodo Island, see the Komodo dragons. The cost of that is, it's about around $250, depending on to up to $500. So, like for example, if you want a private berth by yourself, obviously on those little boats, they're only small. That's going to cost you a lot more money. The pictures I've seen is basically like the backpacking style, where you're all on yoga mats, all in the middle of the boat, basically. So you're all in one room together, sleeping. So I think right now it's not that busy yet. The season for the Komodo dragons is around April, May. It starts. So this is kind of like still a bit of the low season. So that's why there's so many of these boats just sitting out in the harbour. There's a few of them going, but I think they're on selected days just because there's just not enough demand. Flores is predominantly classic island, so you can enjoy a beer or two. I don't know about that because, like, all the locals I've been walking past, a lot of them, like 50% of the ladies, are wearing the headscarf, and a lot of the guys are wearing, the little hat they wear, the Muslim guys with a hat. And if you can hear in the background, there's a call to prayer. I've seen about 3 mosques here. So it seems to be this area particular is actually high Muslim concentrated people. The hotel I'm staying at doesn't even sell beer at the restaurant. I asked if I could buy beer and drink it here, and she said, yeah, no problem. And she said I could even put it in the restaurant fridge because my room doesn't have a fridge. Oh, look, guys, the sky is starting to change. The orange is starting to happen. So Google says it's Catholic. That's interesting, hey? Are you looking Flores in Portugal, Flores in Indonesia? Because it could be that you'd be looking up Flores in in Portugal. There's a Flores in Portugal. So if you look up Flores, Indonesia, see what happens. It might change it. Because there goes another mosque. So there's 2 of them happening right now. Well, I have snacks, guys. Should we have a snack? Actually, hold on a second, guys. Let me just put the phone down there. Oh, there you go. There we go. No hands. Okay, I know you don't really want to see me. So has anyone tried a mangosteen before? A mangosteen? Mangosteen. This is a mangosteen. Let's try a mangosteen, guys. Oh, guys, actually, look at the sunset, guys. The sunset is amazing. Wow. Guys, I'm going to buff out for a second. I'm going to take a photo, guys, because that's amazing. Amazing. Just give me a second, guys. Trying to think how I could do a jumping for joy, guys. Let's see if we can get creative. Without dropping my phone. Has to be done, guys. Did you actually see me doing a jumping for joy there, guys? Did I manage to get that? All right. Well, I'm glad that guy left. Now I've got like more area to sit or stand. All right. Let's try this mangosteen. Wow, guys, that is amazing. Wow, look at that, guys. Yeah, you know it, Peter. You know it. But look at this, guys. Look at this. Absolutely stunning, guys. I want to buff out for a second, guys, and take a video, okay? Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. There's some more people up here having a look at the view. Wow. How lucky are we, guys? How grateful am I that I get to see this sunset? This is absolutely amazing. I get to share it with you guys. So, my question to you guys is, what are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Because I think you just guys know what I'm grateful for. Is I'm grateful that I've landed on this beautiful island and I get to see this beautiful raw beauty. Like, I mean, this is just absolutely stunning. Okay, maybe that's not raw beauty, but it's beautiful. I mean, this harbour is gorgeous. Like the landscape. I have like little vibes of Rio de Janeiro, guys. Same, but different, guys. Can you guys hear the call to prayer? If you like the sunset, give me a like, guys. Or if you've already liked my live, thank you. Okay, I'm trying to open this mangosteen, guys. I'm not exactly sure how to open it, to be honest. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, wow, look at this, guys. I'm sweating. That's mangosteen, guys. You just eat. It's really nice. This mangosteen's nice. Really nice, actually. So, Nicholas, you've tried a mangosteen before, haven't you? That's all right, guys. That was quite tasty. Is there a rule about mangosteen that you can't lie down after it or something like that? I've read something about, I think my mum said something like, be careful when you have mangosteen because you can't lie down after it. I don't know. There's some rule about it. But now I'm going to eat the salak. So now I've got the snake skin, snake fruit, salak. What a beautiful place to eat salak. Can you guys hear me munching away? Christine's got the mangosteen, look delicious. I'm having a fresh papaya, yum, with Greek yogurt and coconut. Oh, far out! That tastes really. That sounds really good. Have you ever seen salak before? Snake skin, snake fruit. So this is what it looks like inside when you take all the snake outside out and you bite into it. There's a stone inside. You don't eat the stone. Kind of like an apple. You're not keen on salak. Have you tried it before, have you? Okay, there's a competition right now with the mosques. Hey, Kirsty, how you going? Welcome to the island of Flores, Kirsty. Guys, new person in the chat is Heart Humble something, homesteading. It's Kirsty from the UK. So there's a few mosques happening in there at the moment. So I believe the Muslim faith, you have to go, like, I think you technically got to pray 3 times a day, like morning, lunch, and night. But I think they also do it mid-afternoon and midday. I think they do it lots of times, guys. But I really like the sound of it. It can be a bit annoying at 4 a.m. in the morning, though, just saying. So, anyone new to the chat, I'm on the island of Flores in Indonesia, not Flores in Portugal. And this island is an hour flight away from Bali. This island is actually bigger than Bali, but nowhere near as touristy as Bali. The main tourism here is to go see the Komodo Island dragon, the Komodo dragon on the Komodo Island. There is Komodo dragons on this island too, but apparently, I don't know where, but they don't take you to see them there. You go to an island out on the other side called Komodo Island. And then snorkeling's a really big thing here. Diving's very popular. The landscape is just really dramatic too. This town is called Lebron Baja. I may have, completely stuffed up the name of it, but something like that. Lebron Baja. That's just really beautiful now. Look at that. And, the call to prayer in the background just adds a nice little touch to it, right? Just a little bit different, right? It's not like your everyday Obviously, it's every day here, but that's why I love traveling and seeing different cultures and how different religions work. In Bali, it was the Hindus, the Hindu temples. They have their own traditions. Here, it's majority Muslim, hence why they have the call to prayer. Oh, it's finished. I'm sure another one will come on in a second. Look at the moon coming out up here. So we walked up some kind of 3-story, 4-story platform. I'm glad they built this. This is a great viewpoint. Great viewpoint. Oh, I can hear something weird. Is it a monkey? A bird? I don't know. Something? Wow, guys, this is absolutely stunning. I'm glad you guys got to see this. Absolutely stunning. Oh, it's very calming, isn't it, Kirsty? So, about 4 a.m. in the morning, I will be woken up with the call to prayer. I'm staying at a hotel just on the waterfront here, but there's a little backpacker hostel just kind of where that little bridge is. It's a nice little place. It's called Bohemian Hotel. Bohemian Hostel, it's called. I went there for lunch today, and they've got a beautiful little vibe there. And I read the reviews on that hostel or hotel. They've got hotel rooms too. They're completely booked out. And the reviews said, take some earplugs because they're right next to the mosque. Though in saying that, I can see the mosque from the roof of where I'm staying. So I'm going to have exactly the same. But you know what? I'm okay with it, What a different way to wake up. Better than an alarm clock, trust me. Now, there's a lighthouse there, guys. I love lighthouses. And you know how I like to paint, guys? And sometimes in our chat we have CL from Florida. She does some paintings and she has done a series of paintings from lighthouses. So I'm actually keen, if I don't get on the tour tomorrow to see the Komodo dragons, I'm going to go paint that guy. Wow. Honestly, I'm getting Rio de Janeiro vibes just looking at this, guys. It looks like Sugarloaf Mountain, but a little version of it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? In Rio de Janeiro, they've got this beautiful harbour and they've got lots of little mountainy kind of crops like this. And it's the same, it's kind of the same vibe, except I'm going to be honest, in Rio de Janeiro, they're a lot bigger and they're like, it's magnificent. But this has its own kind of vibe to it. All right, guys, I'm going to buff out for a second again, which means it'll start looping because I'm going to take a video, okay, guys? Okay, I'll come back in. Hey, Lavender, how you going? Welcome to oh my God, how do I say this place again? Lebrun Baja on the island of Flores in Indonesia. So we're no longer in Bali. Bali is an hour away by flight. We're on an island that's bigger than Bali, but doesn't see as many tourists as Bali. It's not as built up. Well, I think we might go down. Just gonna put you back up there for a second while I close my backpack up. It's nice, isn't it? Actually, I might get a photo, guys. I'm going to buff out again, okay? I took my photos. I'm starting to get bitten by mosquitoes, so I'm going to go down the stairs. Ouch. I probably should have sprayed myself before I came up here, but I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. So tomorrow I will put sunscreen, I'll put I'll spray myself. This is a really good structure they built, guys. It's great to come up here. Interesting that, like, you know, there wasn't many people that came up. I would have thought, you know, this would be a key place to come see the sunset. Obviously, there's other places. There's a hill somewhere. There's a sunset hill that's supposed to be romantic, guys. So I don't know where that is, but if I don't go to on my tour tomorrow, I will find another spot to see sunset. Or to be honest, this is still just as nice to see this. This doesn't get old, I'm going to be honest. It doesn't get old. Hello. It really looks nice with the boats in the foreground too. Actually, even staying on where I'm on the deck of where the pool is at my hotel, sitting up there and watching the sunset there would be quite nice too, I think. Well, guys, I think I'm going to say goodbye, just because I want to drop off by the hostel where I'm going to see if I can organise the tour that I'm supposed to be doing tomorrow. That's where I'm organising it with. So I'm going to say goodbye and good night and leave you with asking you again, what are you grateful for tonight? I'm grateful that I got to witness an amazing sunset and that I don't take travel for granted. This is not just, you know, a thing that is easy to do. But I'm very, very lucky and blessed and grateful that I get the opportunity to do this and to see, you know, some bit of the land that my mum, you know, is from. My mum is not from this area, obviously. She's from Sumatra. This is way up in a completely different area. My mum has never been here before. I don't think my dad ever came to Flores either. But still, this is the land my mum's from. I'm half Indonesian, so I do feel eternally grateful that I get to witness such a beautiful place and see the sunset and hear the call to prayer. I don't know why there's no sound. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go.